Hi everyone, so fairly straightforward this old deck episode. Again, I couldn't resist it. I really enjoyed the episode I did on that portal deck, the mono black one that I felt compelled to from the Magic the Gathering official deck builders guide from '97. Also pick out a red deck that's in there. So if you didn't see the previous episode, these are all cards from Portal, and the deck listings in the book, there are only ever 40 card decks for this section of the book, there's no sideboard. So it's pretty straightforward. And then what I do for these episodes where I'm doing these really simple decks is I'm more interested in really seeing what other cards are available at various rarities in terms of creatures and sorceries, because that's all that there was in terms of the types of spells, creatures or sorceries in this particular set, in the colour. So we're red here, and you can see, classic aggressive red deck, but nice curves nicely. So it's not a case of it's lots and lots of small red creatures maybe with lots of burn. There's a nice curve here. So and the other thing is there's several raging creatures, and with these they're unaffected by summoning sickness. So we've got Raging Goblin, which is 1/1 for 1, and nowadays it would be referred to as haste. We've got 4 Raging Cougars, which is a 3-drop 2/2, but again unaffected by summoning sickness. Raging Minotaur, which is a 4-drop 3/3, unaffected by summoning sickness. Thundermare, also unaffected by summoning sickness, is a 6-drop 5/5, but also when it comes into play from your hand, all other creatures apart from the Thundermare that's come into play get tapped down. So it's free to, and it's got summon sickness, so it's just free to attack. There's 2 of those. So 1-drop, 2-drop Hulking Goblin, 2 to cast for a 2/2, 2 copies, and it can't, at that point they called them, can't intercept. Okay, so they had other terms here, so it's same as block. You'll notice as well there was attack and defense. So rather than power and toughness, it was attack and defense, hence the symbols. But they were trying to sort of simplify things a little bit for beginners. But as you've seen, there's several cards that have their origins in this set. It's not just a set of reprints, those sort of things. There's cards that at the time were unique to this set. Subsequently, some of them have gone on to be reprinted, but not all of them. Highland Giant, 3/4 for 4. Also, you notice with cards in this set, a lot of the creatures pretty straightforward, which we'll see when we go through, on the different rarities where the complexity was, if at all. 15 mountains, we'll use that as an excuse to look at the artwork for the mountains. 4 copies of Blaze, so that's an X and red spell. Sorcery speed, as I've said, everything in here, if it wasn't a creature in the set, was a sorcery. Deals X damage to any one creature or player. Last chance, 2 red, and it literally is that, so you get 1 turn after this one, so you take another turn after the one you've just taken, but you lose the game at the end of that turn. So you better find some way, or have a way that you planned of winning before that turn ends. And then we've got 3 Volcanic Hammers, so sorcery speed, bolt, but it's 1 and a red. 3 damage to any one creature or player. Okay, so that's the deck. Like I said, pretty straightforward. You're getting your creatures out on curve. Several of them can attack straight away because they're unaffected by summoning sickness, and then you're sort of building up to a Thundermare, maybe a big Blaze, or a sort of 1-2 where you're sort of getting in a really good position, and then you play your last chance and you just make sure whatever you're going to do is going to win the game before the end of the additional turn. Yeah. But you can see, relatively speaking, within a 40 card deck, we have got 17 creatures. So 17 creatures, 15 land, and then 8 sorceries. Okay, so we're in red. The set had a number of goblins. We've seen Raging Goblin, we've seen Hulking Goblin. The other commons at red that were creatures were Goblin Bully, which is a 1 and a red 2/1. Craven Giant also can't block. 2 and a red 4/1, like the Hulking Goblin, couldn't block. Minotaur Warrior 2/3 for 3. Raging Cougar we'd already seen. Highland Giant 4-drop 3/4. Hill Giant 3/3 for 4, but 3 and a red as opposed to 2 and 2 red. Lizard Warrior 3 and a red 4/2. Raging Minotaur 2 and 2 red. And then Fire Snake 4 and a red. If Fire Snake is put into your discard pile and play destroy any one land. We saw this card on the land destruction episode I've done earlier in the week, so yeah, cool to see that card again. Love the artwork on that. Okay, moving up to uncommon. So none of these are in the deck. So we've got Mountain Goat, which is a single red 1/1 with Mountain Walk. So if the defending player has any mountains in play, can't be intercepted. Fire Imp, 2 and a red 2/1. When it comes into play from your hand, it deals 2 damage to 21 creatures. So that's an ETB. Wall of Granite can't attack. 2 and a red 0/7. Desert Drake with flying 2/2 for 4. And Hulking Cyclops 3 and 2 red. Another one that can't block, but it is a 5/5. 5/5 for 5. Okay, moving on. We've seen that the Thundermare. So what else do we have here in terms of rare creatures? We've got Pillaging Horde, 2 and 2 red for a 5/5. When it comes into play from your hand, discard a card at random from your hand or destroy it, or destroy Pillaging Horde. So that's the extra cost for getting a creature where its power and toughness, or in this case attack and defense, is above the curve for the casting cost. Thundermare, Volcanic Dragon, 4 and 2 red, flying. It's unaffected by summoning sickness. So you can see we've got quite a few creatures in red here that are unaffected by summoning sickness. So you can have lots of fun here in this set, like playing around with this sort of deck. 4/4 for 6, and then Fire Dragon. So 6 and 3 red, so that's 9 for a 6/6. And when it comes into play from your hand, it deals to any one creature damage equal to the number of mountains you have in play. So in order to cast this, if you're playing a mono red deck, you're going to have a lot of mountains in play. Moving on to the sorceries. On this list here, we had, the only one we've seen so far is Volcanic Hammer in the deck. So we've got Burning Cloak, single red. Any one creature gets +2, +0 until end of turn. And Burning Cloak deals 2 damage to that creature. Scorching Spear, single red, deals 1 damage to any one creature or player. Spitting Earth, 1 and a red, deals damage to any one creature equal to the number of mountains you have in play. So scaling off mountains. Volcanic Hammer we've seen already. Stone Rain, which we also saw in the previous Scryfall Shenanigans Removal Land Destroy episode. I think I'm I'm calling it, and which would have gone out before this. And then we've got Lava Axe, 4 and a red, deals 5 damage to your opponent. This one seemingly always, well, I always think it's in a lot of sets. I'm not sure. Let's just check and see what sets it's in. Yeah, it kept getting reprinted in the core set. From what I remember, more popular in draft, really. Good finisher. 5 damage, 5 drop, target player, boom. Yeah. Blaze, which is in the deck, which we've seen. Scorching Winds, single red. You play it only after you're attacked and before you declare interceptors. So with this one, if we look down, you can see it's actually been errata to an instant. So although these were sorceries, they had this weird wording on them. Scorching Wind deals 1 damage to each attacking creature. So yeah, what was it? One-sided wrath for weenies, I suppose. One-sided weenie wrath. Yeah. Boiling Seas, 3 in a red, destroy all islands. Okay, so another remove all land, destroy. Flash fires, destroy all planes. Okay. Lava Flow, destroy any one creature or land, and Rain of Salt. There's quite a lot of land destruction in this set, and we would have seen probably all of these in the recent Scryfall episode. That's an uncommon. Moving on to rares. So we've got Earthquake, deals X damage to each player and creature, and each creature without flying. Winds of Change, single red. Each player counts the cards in his or her hand, shuffles those cards into his or her deck, and then draws that many cards. Yeah, the way that red does card draw is one of those things. And Winds of Change, is that likely to be turning up in let's have a look. Chaos deck. I don't know whether it specifically turn up in this Chaos deck, but oh, there it is. Yeah, been reprinted a few times actually. Okay, so yeah, this one was from an earlier set. So some were, some weren't. Some have been reprinted. Some haven't, I don't think. Pyroclasm, 1 in a red, deals 2 damage to each creature. Fork Lightning, 3 in a red, deals 4 damage divided any way you choose among 1, 2 or 3 creatures. Devastation destroys all creatures, all lands, so yeah, Wrath effect. And I'm sure if we go into here, oh no, sorry, if we go into Scryfall Tagger, yep, sweep a land, destroy. Yeah, so I did remove all land, destroy. I didn't do a sweep a land, destroy episode, which is another thing entirely. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't cover in the episodes. So it's like targeted land destruction. Yeah, it's just not the done thing, is it? You've got to have a targeted land destruction. You just don't want to blow up everything. Fire Tempest, 5 and 2 red. Fire Tempest deals 6 damage to each creature. Wow, okay. So, was this ever reprinted? Starter set, yeah, and online. Okay. I like the artwork. That's cool. For 5 and 2 red. So, what are we talking about? Yeah, we're talking about Inferno, aren't we? Basically. So that's 5 and 2 red. That's instant speed. Under the sweeper creature burn category. Which there are several nice red ones. And this wasn't, no, it's still sorcery here, so yeah, okay. And then best of luck till last. Yeah, interesting landing here for the mountains. And you remember, if you remember from the previous episode, I was looking at the black deck. 2 completely, different sets of land, but for different regions. That's pretty cool. Now, I don't know. Yeah, with this, was that? Yeah, that's the only time. Okay. So, yeah. Tricky. Did I do that right? Let's just look at basic lands by the same artist. Yeah, no. If there were any other way, if they had been reprinted elsewhere, that would have come up at that point. These ones, I think we found out they're a little bit hit and miss in terms of whether any of them get reprinted. So here you can see, and they were reprinted in Classic 6th edition and in the Starter 1999. If we were to go through all of them, so that, oh, okay, sorry, I misspoke. So what am I saying now? So these, yeah, so they've never, so only one of them, yeah, only one of them. Okay, yeah, because it's all the same artist, isn't it? So yeah, only one of them. Interesting. Okay, let's look at the basic layer. Yeah, wow. Did what else have they done? Oh wow. Crikey. Pretty select. Gain life equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. How much is that? Okay, well that's a pretty succinct artist set. I don't know if we go back. I wonder how much these are. Then got to get the right one. Hang on. Oh wow. So the 6th edition copies. No, it's the Portal ones that, well actually the regular ones here aren't too bad, are they? It's this one here that's expensive. Okay. I think you could see where I was going with that. It's like that's a pretty small amount of, if you were collecting artwork for a particular artist and you didn't want to have to do many, that's actually quite a succinct set of artworks there. Wow. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything. So fork lightning. Let me just take this down a little bit. That's better. So what's that? Yeah. Deals X damage divided as you choose among 1, 2. Okay. Fair enough. Right, so namesake card. If we do this. So actually, while we're on the subject of artwork, I'm actually going to do the book I'm pulling these out of is really interesting. There's a section on artists, like they call them art decks. I think it's on near or part of the theme section. So I'm actually going to do an art deck from there. I won't say who the artist is going to be, but yeah, it's one of the ones in there. If you've got the book, so. Okay, yeah. So there's fork lightning. There's arc lightning. Flame shoot. Oh, of course, Inferno Titan has got it on. Flame of the Firebrand. Yeah, looks mainly like interesting. We've gone off down a bit of a artwork rabbit hole here. That's on the list. That's nice. Okay. Weatherlight. Ooh. Pogwraith. Choking Vines. For some reason I thought that had been reprinted, but obviously not. Dread Charge, that looks pretty creepy. Very nice. It's a starter deck with it in. What's that? Yeah, it was a variant. Oh, wow. Definitely going down some interesting artwork rabbit holes here. So that looks like that's what the most... Is that the most expensive? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, several of these are turning up on the list, aren't they? Huh. Oh. So now we've got different artists. Oh, there's a lot more there. Oh yeah, we already signed the mate wall on a previous one, didn't we? Oh, of course, back on Blackblade, yeah. desertion, dissipate, disenchant. I just do is quite a few of the legends, right? Oh yeah, we really are going off down some side quests here. Wow, looks pretty interesting in the modern the modern borders, doesn't it? I think I've got a few of these, but most of mine. I wonder how many of these are available in. So I'm just trying to remember what the abbreviation is. So Nebuchadnezzar was in Chronicles. Chronicles is CHR. Okay. You can probably guess where I'm going with this. So if I just do, because I imagine a number of these, if they were never printed in, if they were only ever printed in Legends, could be quite expensive. So, yeah, Dakan, Nebuchadnezzar, and I can never say that. Solkanar, the Swamp King, I think it is. Swamp King. Yeah, Swamp King. Not Swamp King, but Swamp King. There we have it. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Some Thundermare. So I'm being distracted by the artwork and all these raging creatures that are unaffected by summoning sickness, which now would be I didn't really mention it, but now, you know, they're going to be errata to haste. So for this, you've got things like Talon Minotaur. It's Brazen Scourge would be better than that. Was just a 3/3 with haste. Hulking Bugbear 3/3 for 3 with haste. Yeah, so you can see power's been cranked up quite a bit now. So there we have it. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.